I'm Lisa Glanz, a full-time illustrator living in sunny South Africa. I'm really excited about my latest collection with Michael Miller called Sow Seeds of Love. I feel like it's an expression of my hope that we can show kindness and love to all forms of life on Earth. We've been through so much in this past year, and I feel that it's not only people that have suffered, but animals and the environment too. So I wanted my latest collection to remind us that showing just the tiniest act of kindness to those around us can make the biggest difference in the world. I particularly enjoyed drawing the characters for this collection. They seemed to take on a personality of their own as I was drawing them, and it was as if I could feel their warm spirit and the love that they felt for each other. As with all my collections, I always start with sketching on paper, and then I scan and apply color using Adobe Illustrator. The collection has a lovely gender-neutral palette, making it super versatile and perfect for just about any sewing project. I hope the collection brings you joy with every stitch you make and helps spread your beautiful message of love.
Hi, I'm Cecily, also known as the Paper Curator, and I'm excited to tell you today about my newest collection with Michael Miller Fabrics, Messmaker. Messmaker is a celebration of creativity, of getting artful, crafty, and making messes with paint or any medium that you're akin to using. It really started with my last collection with this pattern. I call this the palette pattern, and it's inspired by my aunt who's a fine artist and is a nod to a painter's palette of testing swatches and color playing with paint before you paint a masterpiece. That's where it all began, and then I started thinking, you know, what better way to craft a collection than to celebrate the creativity that we all feel we have inside. So I wanted to create things that were reminiscent of paint palettes, color swatches, color wheels, and a nod to all the tools that we use in our craftiness. So there's scissors and safety pins, paint tubes tossed, and a nod to color books and all that sort of thing. So I started with, you know, some initial paintings, just getting all my colors out, playing with some watercolor, and testing all the different colors that I thought this collection could utilize, and I really wanted it to be vibrant and lively and bright. I also just played around with what I had in my toolbox and kind of sketched those out in ink and then watercolor as well. And finally, some of the amazing paintbrush stripes that you'll see in the collection as well. And these were all done, you know, traditionally with watercolor that gives them this beautiful texture. And that's kind of where the collection started. And then from there I went into digitizing it and putting it into repeat and cleaning it up in Photoshop, and that's where it really comes to life. So I hope this collection helps you celebrate your creativity and that you get to be making messes with it. Some fabric scraps all over your sewing room or on the cutting table. So I hope you get crafty.
Jackie Paton. As often happens in life, the best plans get disrupted. I intended to share with you a video of the songbirds that visit my bird feeder. Unfortunately, an invasion of squirrels followed by a hungry, ransacking bear changed my plans. Instead, for inspiration for nature's choir, I'll show you some of my favorite birdhouses. Looking at these houses set my design mind in motion. Why not create a quilt of piece birdhouses mixed with bird blocks from the Nature's Choir panel? For the square side of each house, try using a quilt block, such as dove in the window, turkey tracks, goose in the pond, hen and chicks, birds in the air, and even honeybee. Remember, buzzing bees are also part of the concert. I might even use bear paw. Quilts tell a story, and a visit by a bear led to this patchwork idea. I hope you enjoy the project.
Hi, this is Emma Shonenberg from El Salvador. I am here to let you in on how my latest collection for Michael Miller was born, Retreat Yourself, and it was actually inspired by stressing times, and to create, again, because I like the positive messaging, to remind ourselves and to others to be kind to oneself. Sometimes we are our worst judge, and we need to remind ourselves and give a little pat on the back, and be that everything is going to be okay, that everything will pass, and that kindness can go a long way. So I cannot wait to see the wonderful things that you do. And from this side of the world, many blessings, and stay healthy, and yes, be kind to yourself. You are wonderful.
Hello there, I'm Chamisa with Zirkus Design, and I'm here today to introduce to you my newest fabric collection with Michael Miller, Backyard All-Star. Backyard All-Star came from a desire to play and enjoy life no matter the situation or the season. Specifically, I wanted to create something that celebrated the sports that could be done in your own backyard. As a mom of 3 boys, including a teen, a tween, and an older elementary son, I'm always on the hunt for art and designs that fit their aesthetic. Many designs for boys are too cute for older boys or full of negativity or attitude. When I can't find designs for my sons, I create my own, using colors they like and positive messages. Backyard All-Star is about being a shining star in your own space, in your own way, with your own people. My design process starts with a list. I jot down motifs I want to draw, colors I want to use, and feelings I want to evoke. I use both physical media and digital tools to create my designs. Backyard All-Star was created digitally, but it started with that paper list. The motifs and icons from this collection give kids that warm, homey feeling of playing catch with your dad, or hopscotch with your sister, or basketball with your big brother. For adults, there's a feeling of nostalgia, croquet, tetherball, badminton, ping pong. The colors in this collection are intentionally sophisticated and masculine, perfect for boys of all ages and girls who love deep blues and earthy greens. This collection features a great hero print with all the sports, as well as stripes and blenders with those sporty motifs. I'm particularly fond of stars, and the collection is named Backyard All-Star after all, so I've included a star polka dot. I also love lettering, so you'll find lettering in one of the prints, as well as in the 2 collection panels. I am so excited for you to see these panels, especially the alphabet one, which really shines as the center of the collection. This panel features fun lettering and a unique sports motif for each of the 26 letters. This collection is great for quilting, as well as just about anything you'd make for a boy or a sports fan. I am super thrilled to release Backyard All-Star out into the world and see what you make and sew with it. My hope for you is that as you create, you'll remember that you don't need to medal in a big event to be a champion. You can be an all-star right here, today, in your own backyard. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see what you create.
Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa Brantley Newton and I am an author and illustrator of children's books. And I am so excited, happy, and proud to say that I am now a part of the Michael Miller Fabric family. I am thrilled to kind of talk a little bit about the collection that I've created along with Michael Miller Fabric family and how I'm inspired. You know, I'm inspired by so many things. I mean, I've been drawing since the time I was 3 years old and drawing on the side of the kitchen stove. And I remember one day I took out my crayons and drew while my mom and dad were cooking. And as they cooked, the stove got hot and all the crayons kind of melted down on the floor. And I was like, I'm an artist. And they were like, no, you're not. You're a janitor. You're going to clean all of this up. And so I got in trouble for it. But it was my way of expressing myself. My mom was a seamstress and she was also a bunch of different things. But one thing in particular, she made hats, and she made hats for the ladies at church. And so I love to learn about how to make hats and different things. And then she taught me how to make dolls. And she always, like I said, made my sister and I's clothes. So sewing and fabric was very, very important to us. And it was a way to express ourselves. And I remember going to fabric houses in Secaucus, New Jersey, and even in Newark, New Jersey, one house called McGowan's on Phelan-Hyden Avenue in Newark. And we would go to these places and buy fabric, and I would learn about wool and silk and cotton and all these different things. And you know, I went to school for fashion. That's what I went. I love fashion. Fashion is very important, you know, for me. I love it. And to be able to create fabric prints that will go into other people's homes is just making me so excited.
Nisbet and I'm an artist based in the north of England, UK, and this is my latest collection for Michael Miller Fabrics Explorer. Now, many of us have wished we could explore a little further afield of late, but exploring doesn't always mean jumping on a plane and travelling thousands of miles. It could be discovering a new path through local woodland, getting lost in a really good book, or a really good fabric collection. You can lose yourself in the detailed sketches of an explorer's notebook, discover faded maps of lost treasure, identify strange and beautiful insects using all of your explorer's equipment, or simply hide away from the world in a cool selection of camouflage prints. And here are just a few ideas of ways in which you can use the collection. So don't be afraid to mix and match with all the coordinates from this collection and see what you can discover. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.